triggering change, one heartbeat at a time. Battle for freedom. Hello, everyone. This is Watson Prunier from Battle for Freedom on Mojo 50 Radio, and I'm glad that you're listening. You're following today. My website, www.battle4freedom.com. From there, I want you to do me a favor, share this out with as many people as you possibly can as we sit here. And there's so much to talk about today. But actually, just let me do this because my energy is all flared up even long before we began. Depending on what time of the day you're listening to this program, if it's in the morning, you just finished listening to Rocky Stucci in the Situation Room. If it's in the afternoon, you just finished listening to Right Now with Jim Dawes. I want you to understand there's a great swath of shows that you can listen to that's on this network, on this program. I want to do a quick promo or sponsor read for you so you can understand one of the shows that comes immediately after Battle for Freedom in the morning. The Daily Mojo with Brad Staggs, and we've got this special with one of our sponsors. And I need you to listen in, take a listen. If you start your day off on coffee, you can't start it out the right way if you're not starting it off with American Pride Roasters coffee. Take a listen to this and enjoy. What can brown do for you? Well, it's not the brown that you're thinking about. I'm talking about Brad's Brown Bag. It's a combination of the best brown beans from Africa, Eurasia, and the Americas. Brad's Brown Bag is an unforgettably tasty blend. It's a special blend offered during American Pride Roasters factory shutdown. You have until Sunday, September 13th, before they end their annual reorganizing, restocking, and cleaning. All coffee offered and ordered through this promotion will be shipped out after the factory opens back up, which should be around September 14th, meaning that your coffee will be shipped around the 16th of September. Go to mojo50.com. Click the donate button at the top and make a donation of $25 per bag. This entitles you to a free 8-ounce bag of coffee for every additional 2 pounds you order at AmericanPrideRoasters.com. They are the official coffee of Mojo 50 Radio. Do this and understand this. Take advantage while this limited time offer is available to you. American Pride Roasters, go there today. Go there today. Please start off. What can brown do for you? Get yourself a bag of Brad's Brown Bag. Don't want to tongue twist that one because it can go in so not the right way. Brad's Brown Bag, check it out. Again, my website, if I haven't told you earlier, is battle4freedom.com. If you want to interact like Sarah Nichols, you can go to facebook.com/Mojo50 Radio. Leave a message. This is streaming on Facebook. This is streaming on Mojo 50 TV. If you go to mojo50.com and then basically sign up, and there's a TV app that you can watch, or you can watch us on YouTube. Again, you go to my website, battle4freedom.com. You'll see it at the top or the bottom links. There's a YouTube button, and you can go to my page. So today I really want to talk to you about this whole idea of kings and queens. Yeah, if you didn't think I was going to go there. Kings and queens, a civilization of hatred. If you didn't think I was going to go there, you so do not know who I am. And before we get into this, maybe this is part of the anger, the frustration, the evil, the vileness of people. It's in their hearts. It's not just one color of people. There's this anger towards oppression, suppression, racism, and things like that. But when you hear the anger and the language and the violence and all the stuff comes out, it's coming from the people who decried that they would be victims because of this president. They would be victims because of America. And I'm disgusted by it because of the fact that there is no way around the evilness that we're watching and watching as it takes place around this country right now. We have 2 police officers, just among many, who are being targeted, who are being assassinated by punks, by cowards, who will blindly go after police officers, people who are assigned to protecting the community, and you want to do this. And I'm letting you guys know Those of you, because it's not just the cowards, it's not just the cowards who decided that they wanted to attack the police officers. It's also the cowards who decided that they wanted to delay the help of the police officers. You know, you guys want to talk about the systemic racism. You want to talk about the unfairness of how black people have been treated in this country. You know, Barack Obama always talked about how unfair. Michelle Obama talks about how unfair it is to be a black person. But you tell me this, when you do your demonstrations, you stand out in front of the parking lots, and there was no condemnation from Barack Obama. There was no condemnation from Michelle Obama on when they would block long before these police shootings. When the cities were rioting, when the cities were burning, and the cities were looting, did they tell the people to stay off the highway and allow emergency people to get to their destination? No, they didn't. The community organizer did not denounce it. And even now, this morning, as I went to Barack Obama's Twitter page, you know what he's tweeted? He tweeted Joe Biden remembering 9/11. Or maybe even but that's about it. But Joe Biden, only one tweet in the last 50 tweets that condemns what happened with the shooting. How many tweets from Joe Biden out there condemning the tweets? Only one. I mean, not condemning the tweets, condemning Donald Trump's tweet. You have a whole bunch of those. Condemning the shooting that happened, not just this weekend with 2 police officers being killed, but for the last 50 years. 0. Barack Obama, how many tweets do you have? Go there right now. 0 tweets. I checked earlier today. Didn't get a chance to check Michelle Obama's Twitter page to see if she would actually say something against the whole idea of police officers being killed. This is a community organizer. This is the one who's so sophisticated. This is the smooth talking guy, and he's nothing but a failure as a president. He did not unite the country. It wasn't racism that kept it apart. No. It wasn't the racism for white America. It was the racism from Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, that split the country more than you ever could think. But everybody thinking, oh, well, it's because white people didn't want a black person in charge. Listen, if white people didn't want a black person in charge, and remember this too, the United States is not primarily Democrat. The United States is not primarily liberal. The United States, it has also a large number of Republicans in this country, and a bunch load of Republicans actually, and who were white, decided to vote for Barack Obama twice. And this anger and this whole idea that Trump is going to make this country horrible because of systemic racism and Nazi and white supremacy, it was a lie. But we sit here and we watch this thing, and everybody keeps saying, you remember Nick Cannon? I have the Nick Cannon video. I think I'm going to be playing it a few times today. Thank you, Lep. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Sarah, for being part of this today. As we sit there, yeah, you're right, Sarah. Dominic Izzo says the left are demonic, and he's so correct. The assassination of police. Think about this. If you have people and there's zero condemnation from Democrat leadership. Oh, Joe Biden, one thing he says, but you know what Joe Biden has more tweets of? Speaking out against climate change. He's actually calling the forest fire climate change. Now, when we now know that there are 4 people who were responsible for actually setting the fires on the West Coast. Those fires that conveniently are not going into Canada and conveniently not going into Mexico. But it's devastating a lot of land and property in the United States, making land unlivable. I have friends and family. I have coworkers who live in California who are basically talking about this is the worst that they've ever seen it in their lives. Yes, as you can see, I started my day off not too happy at all. Unfortunately, I think a lot of my energy right now is not fueling me in the right direction because I've got too much energy and I'm not happy with the way that this is all going on right now. There's no way you can sit here and be silent about the silence of former President Barack Obama, the left. Even Nancy Pelosi doesn't have anything out there. Even Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, the potential person who will be president of the United States, when the Democrats do everything they can to delay the results of this election so that Nancy Pelosi could be president of the United States. Because if we don't decide who's going to be president of the United States of America, Nancy Pelosi by proxy becomes president of the United States, as millions and millions of fake ballots flood this. And those of you who sit there calling yourself so intelligent, more intelligent than Donald Trump, how can you be so unintelligent not to realize what's happening here? Donald Trump basically trying to have accountability with mail-in ballots. It's not about trying to prevent their election process being done. It's trying to make sure that it's done correctly. And watch, it's not just Florida that's going to be sitting there coming up with 500,000 extra votes. This is going to be a nightmare. And it's just like this pandemic. It'll be a vote-demic, okay? Hashtagging it now. Vote-demic is what we're going to see going into November. That takes us from November right into the new year so that Nancy Pelosi can have position of power. And if you don't believe that that's not happening, don't you dare talk about the evil of Donald Trump. Don't you dare talk about the racism, the xenophobia, or the sexism of Donald Trump. If you don't believe that Democrats aren't trying to steal this election and cause havoc and destruction in this country. When you look at them and they've allowed cities to burn, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump has tried to go into cities to end this. But you guys kept talking about this civilization of hatred that was going to be invoked in America because Donald Trump is president of the United States of America. And you've done nothing but project your evil and your wickedness on this president and many other people. Now, trust me, the president has many issues. I really wish he'd stay off Twitter. I wish he would stop saying stupid things because just to play to a base. No. Some of the things he's saying is not unifying. He's saying a lot that he's trying to unify, but you can't unify when you have people who have doggedly decided that they don't like Trump regardless of what he says or what he does. So you know what? A lot of you are saying he's not trying to unite. Well, what do you do? What do you do when you tried everything you can to unite? Because remember, everybody loved Donald Trump when he was a Democrat. Everybody loved Donald Trump when he was basically supporting Democrat endeavors, when he was basically supporting black people, minorities, women, and everything like that. Everybody loved him when he was doing that. But the moment he decided to defeat Hillary Clinton, he became public enemy number one. Make no mistake about it. And those of you who don't want to be honest, you're lying. You're deceiving yourself. You're not being genuine. You are from the civilization of hatred. You have zero substantive evidence to basically say that Donald Trump is a racist. Zero evidence. But you keep hating on the president, hating, and it's just disgusting. Good morning, Jennifer Owens-May. Thank you for being part of the program. Appreciate you. So many more of you can interact. But, I was talking about energy earlier. I can't remember if I even played the thing. Patriot Energy. Let me just share it one more time just in case I didn't play it. Are your energy bills getting out of hand and you want more control of your expenses? Consider Patriot Energy, a local veteran-owned solar company. You need honesty, integrity, and clarity. These markers are essential in the ever-growing solar industry. Call 602-721-6717 for a free quote. Tell them that Watson from Battle4Freedom sent you, and he's from Mojo 50 Radio. And that number again, 602-721-6717. Call Patriot Energy today. So let's get into this thing about this whole idea of kings and queens. I'm sure you guys have seen the video of the Queen from California on the airplane. But before we get there, we actually have to lay the groundwork so you understand why she says this. We want to understand why she's making the comments that she does so that we can look at this, pay attention, and recognize what's happening here. Because let's go to the Cannon video. Let's just go to the Cannon video because this sets the stage that you understand. And here's the crazy part about it. I want to break down this video again. because of the fact that there are a lot of key things that a lot of white Democrats aren't paying attention to and don't realize of what Nick Cannon is saying. And what you don't seem to realize, and I'm going to be honest with you, white Christians who are out there are black Christians who subscribe to what Nick Cannon has said. I know black Christians from the banquet community who subscribe to what Nick Cannon has said. That there are black Christians who support this idea from what you heard from the crazy woman on the plane to even what Nick Cannon has said. Let's go to what he said again one more time.
Then let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear in that
just genetic annihilation
deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they
So let's hold on for a second here. Genetic annihilation. So let's break this down. They believe because of the fact that whites do not have melanin, they're going to be annihilated. That black, being the superior race, because of the melanin content that we have, we will be around a little bit longer, a whole lot longer. We will survive whatever comes in, no matter how hot the sun gets, no matter how close the sun gets, no matter how much radiation the sun gets off. Our black skin will protect us from the wiles of the sun. And that because you're white skin, you don't have the melanin to protect you. So you basically are trying to be fearful that you're worrying about yourselves dying off and everybody else staying around and living. And it's so sad because of the fact that if you can't hear the black supremacist nonsense coming from this, you're not paying attention, or it proves public education failed you. And you are a perfect product of public education that has removed your skills of discerning when people are actually making you an enemy and targeting you. See, this is let me trying to remain calm here. I'm trying to remain calm. Let's go back to the video for a second here.
They have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the
melanin comes with compassion. Do you hear this? Melanin comes with compassion, and he's saying to you that, but you as a white individual who's basically in solidarity with Black Lives Matter, he's saying that doesn't exist. The only reason you can act, so basically even all your efforts right now to be inside solidarity with Black Lives Matter has zero meaning and zero purpose because of the fact that you lack melanin. Because you are melanin deficient. That means that you lack compassion. So with your lack of compassion, your lack of melanin, even your efforts right now, even though you walk in their crowds, in solidarity, even though when Martin Luther King was walking down the streets, the iconic pictures that they show him walking hand in hand with other black people, they always crop out the white people who were walking hand in hand with Martin Luther King. They always crop them out. They always crop out. And look how Democrats and teachers and our education system crops out white conservative Republicans who fought to end slavery, who fought to end the racism in this country, who made blacks Republican senators and congressmen as early as 1865, 1866. Who voted unanimously to make certain that blacks were no longer slaves, that blacks were citizens of the United States of America, and that blacks had a right to vote. But the people who continue to want to keep you in subjugation have continued to argue and keep you in subjugation. But those of you don't want to sit there, you don't want to pay attention because of, again, your lack of melanin, all your efforts, white churches, white liberal churches, Presbyterian churches, Catholic churches, Lutheran churches, it doesn't matter. Methodist churches, you keep sitting here chanting Black Lives Matter and understand this. They don't believe either. They don't believe you or they don't care. They don't believe you or they don't care because they want power. They are kings and queens. And this is what you fail to recognize, is they will destroy you. Lack of compassion. Let's go over here for a second, Mr. Cannon. Let's go over here, Mr. Cannon, where you talk about compassion. Let's look a little bit at some of that. Here's a white couple in a mall. And those are black, compassionate, melanin-filled people. Ooh, look at that black woman with all that compassion. She has lovingly given the white woman the right hand of fellowship. And look at them. They're singing praises. They're praying for this white guy who's basically trying to walk and protect his wife or girlfriend. Oh, wait. Look, the black man is extending more hands of fellowship and saying, hey, let's have lunch. Let's hug. Oh, and another black man punched the white woman. No, he didn't punch her. He extended his hand and her face violently hit his fists. Look at this. This is so amazing. Wow. I mean, and the white man is on the floor praising God for the fellowship and the great time. Oh, look at this. Oh, they're dancing. The black man's dancing with the white person. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. The dancing, the fellowship. It's so amazing. White people, if you're not aware, this is what happens when people get power. You keep thinking that Donald Trump, once he got power, this is what he would be doing to black people. Look at this. What do you have, Charlottesville? A person trying to drive away from a mob of angry people and plows through people and a white person gets killed? Not a black person. A white person gets killed. Charlottesville. That's all you have. And you still try to blame the president on this. You try to twist it and say that the president said that Nazis were good people. You turn around and you twist this and you keep saying that Donald Trump supports racism, but guess where the racism is coming from? It's coming from blacks, and it's coming from whites who support blacks. The kingdom of hatred, the kings and queens of hatred, these are coming from the people who said that they were going to be victims. But you don't want to say anything. You don't want to be honest because Orange Man bad. I'm going to help you understand something. Don't think me of, I'm a huge, look at it. Look at that Uncle Tom, Trump supporter. No. I'm a supporter of the truth. I'm a supporter who wants to ask you the right questions. Battle for freedom. Free your mind from the illusion and the illusions that we follow. That includes myself. That includes myself, that I have to take that 30,000-foot view and sometimes 100,000-foot view of being able to try and see and make sure, what I'm following true? Is it tried and true? Or am I following a myth, a lie, an illusion? And right now, those of you who keep thinking that black people are a victim, no matter how many convenient Karens comes out, how many convenient issues of racism with a police officer holding a black person down. You don't want to ask the question here more than anything else. I'm all for, and you'll find there will not be a conservative or Republican who will say we want to get rid of black cops. I mean, not black cops, bad cops. But let's actually have the question. Before the cops even do the stupid things that they do, why were they called there in the first place? Not because of a Karen, because black people getting tired of being beaten up, robbed, and killed. I'm your host, Battle4Freedom from Battle4Freedom. Let's go to a break, and I'll talk to you on the flip side. This election will be vital to the health and sustainability of our country. Our role from this day on could steer the election in either direction. Why? The way we treat one another. In John 13:35, Jesus says, "By this all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." We know that every election cycle brings out the worst in us. If there was ever a point for honesty, it is in how we act during election season. As much as we would want our candidate to win, attacking a person with contrary opinions only makes them determined to reject our point of view all the more. It may come off as ignorant from them, but we cannot claim innocence if we allow arrogance and disrespect to be the means in which we communicate with those who support the other party or other candidates. Our goal was and will never be to convert voters. Our role is to give them the information needed prior to them casting their vote. It is their choice and right of what they do with that information. Understand, more people are aware of the political corruption and hypocrisy than they wish or want to admit. So there's nothing for us to prove. Choose to be people who invoke change rather than people who irritate and strain. Dale Carnegie once wrote, "A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still." In other words, give people the room to make their own mistakes. Without seeing that they were wrong, they would be blind to see what is right. Remember, every soldier present and gone have fought for the right of every American citizen to vote their own conscience. To insult and ridicule people for exercising their liberty to vote for their candidate is to also desecrate the efforts, memories, and sacrifices made by our heroes for said liberty. Please, show respect. Our nation depends on it. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Battle4Freedom from Battle4Freedom on Mojo 50 Radio. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to just support our sponsors. We really appreciate every last one of them. Some of you, as you're trying to wrap your mind around 2020, has just been it's been the craziest year that you can ever imagine. You almost feel like you're in the end times, as bad as it is. And so you need to recover from this. And the only way you can do this with one of our sponsors. Check them out. And this is also New Life Holistic. Take a listen to this and enjoy. Does your mind seem like it often shuts down before it even starts? Sounds like you need to detox to improve your health in body, mind, and spirit. I'd like to tell you about New Life Holistic. It is an amazing therapy process that uses neurofeedback and biofeedback for many issues that ails everyone. New Life's method and approach to health, balance, energy, and vitality is what sets it apart from anything you have experienced ever before. Call 1-833-4-BIO-LIFE and tell them Watson from Battle4Freedom had sent you. One more thing. Give them the code MOJO50 and save $50 off of your first session. The consult is free. New Life Holistic. Yes, consider New Life Holistic. It makes you wrap your brain around everything that's going on in the year 2020. And even as everything starts burning down because of the destruction that's going on here, with the crazy hurricanes, with derecho, with all the forest fires, people's lives are being devastated. And what's your secondary solution in the event that you lose power, or your refrigeration system's burned down, or maybe you decided that you were going to take some time away from the craziness in the city? If you decide you're going to do this and you want to up and go, I want you to consider cat coolers, because this is powerful. When the world is going to hell in a handbasket, you need rugged. You need strong. You need durable. You need cat coolers. These are the best coolers on the market in 27, 55, and 88 quart. Go to catcoolers.com and give them the code Watson to save 10% on your purchase. Don't settle for those substandard containers that melt, leak, and destroy your memorable moments. Tell them that Watson from Battle4Freedom sent you. Cat coolers. Yes, cat coolers. Use them and get them today. Sorry, my energy was just really getting hot as I'm dealing with this. Let's get back to the silliness of this man called Nick Cannon. I'm talking about kings and queens, the civilization of hatred. A civilization of hatred. Let's continue with what he had to say.
And that connects us.
Right.
So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less. And where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion.
Let's stop this for a second here. Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan. I don't want to share his fake picture. I don't want to mess up your mind like that. See, right now, more than anything else, Minister Farrakhan, Minister Louis Farrakhan, has had a multi-decade history of anti-Semitic tweets, anti-Semitic quotes, anti-white, just got to be like Raquel from The Bells of Liberty comes on Saturday at 2 p.m. And she says it's not white. It's not white, Watson. It's white. Louis Farrakhan, who is the most avowed racist. You guys keep going to David Duke for the KKK. Louis Farrakhan is the other side then. You believe in the whole yin-yang thing? The whites have David Duke. Blacks have Louis Farrakhan. But y'all still want to keep supporting Black Lives Matter. Well, Nick Cannon's just a fluke of... No! I sat in a church filled with black people, and they sat there making fun of me because of the fact that I didn't talk or act or vote black. They made fun of me saying that I try hard to act white. This is what I heard all my life. I was rollerblading, and I was told that I was trying to act white. When you sit here and the people in your own church who say that they believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for them, and they're mocking you and saying that you gave up your black skin, even though you're married to a white woman, even though you tried marrying a black woman, even though you have 3 beautiful girls with this white woman, white is still wrong. You keep thinking that you have nothing to fear by just siding with the militants, the monsters. You keep thinking that. Get ready. The boxcar is right around the corner for you. The boxcar is right around the corner for you. This is the truth. This is the reality. If you don't think that they don't respect you, that showed you a white couple that was being attacked by them. This guy.
Nah, my nigga.
So look at this. Oh yeah, sorry. She said the N-word. Couldn't help you on that one. Oh, look at that. A black man. They're having a dance party in the middle of the street. Okay?
Nah, bro.
They're having a dance party in the middle of the street.
We just see
Here it is.
recording.
One more time. Let's take a look at this. Police are showing up, and that black man is running away as he was tired of breakdancing in the middle of the street. Because his homies, they were just having too much fun in their dance party, the dance-off. Kevin Bacon, the hero saving the world, for those of you who ever had a chance to see Guardians of the Galaxy, Kevin Bacon saves the world in Footloose. So there was a black version of Footloose, or that could have been actually their rendition of West Side Story. That's what's happening. It's not violence. It's not blacks randomly attacking on a vicious level whites and shooting and killing police. That's not what's happening. You know what's happening here is it's just a multi-thronged presentation of West Side Story for you. They're bringing out the thespians that they are. The civilization of hatred. If you don't believe this, if you don't understand this Negro said, Minister Farrakhan, I have served and I have attended a church here in Indianapolis that was black, and it had near 14,000 people in its congregation, that has let Louis Farrakhan stand in their pulpit. Louis Farrakhan is not about reconciling his differences between the Nation of Islam and Christianity. Louis Farrakhan is not about reconciling his differences between black and white people. Louis Farrakhan wants to dominate. He wants to control. Period. And you keep sitting here being in solidarity, being in this whole idea of this ecumenical efforts of peace and love. And they will bring out the spears, they will bring out the machetes, they will bring out the Uzis, and they will kill you. Sarah Nichols said something earlier. I want to show you something. This is so key. Race superiority on either side is racist. Race superiority on either side is racist. If you're white and you believe that whites are the superior race, read your Bible. If you're black and you believe that blacks are the superior race, read your Bible. I'm telling you, I don't care what ethnic group you come from. I don't care what nationality you come from. Even if you may be of Hebrew descent, you're not the superior race. And if there are any who promote that idea, you're wrong. You're God's chosen people. You're not God's superior people. Whatever. See, this is disaster that happens in religion. Okay, this is what happens with religion, and this is why I hate religion. See, because religions will basically construct what they believe is the optimal position to be in, according to man's interpretation. Even in the church, even when there are men in the church, and there are systems and organizations in the church who will sit there and make men superior to women. And even in the church where they'll make women superior to men. It's all wrong because we're all equal. Galatians 3:28. There's neither male nor female, bond nor free, Jew nor Greek, for we're all one in Christ. But for those of you promoting this idea of racial superiority or ethnic superiority, you are going, well, I'd say enjoy your stay in heaven. That only happens if you actually repent of your idiotic ideologies. I don't care if you go to church. If you still promote an idea that you're superior to another individual, you ain't got Jesus. Or you're lacking a proper relationship with Jesus Christ. So you see how I did that? I used two different voices, one black, one white. Because I don't discriminate. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah. Well, let's see. So there was a street fight. I just showed you that. Let's go back to Nick Cage for Nick Cage. Yeah, no, listen. I like Nick Cage. I don't like Nick Cannon.
Or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight, okay,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez basically said that there wasn't rioting going on in New York. These people weren't stealing. They were fighting to survive in New York when they were burning the city down, when they were destroying cities, because they wanted something to eat. Woe to those who call evil good and call evil woe to those who call evil good and good evil. We are in this again, and it doesn't matter. Your color doesn't matter. Your color doesn't matter. This is just sad. This is just sad. This is just heartbreaking. Michelle, you're not the only one who's beside yourself. I'm beside myself with this as well. My buddy Scott said something earlier and I missed it. Lord help us. Oh, there he says, I'll drink to that. This is sad. I'm trying to help you understand. I'm playing this 2-month-old video because when you try and sit here and understand, because I'm going to play the video from the woman on the plane. I probably need to get to that soon because it's a long video.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right. Black people.
They had to be savages. They had to
White
be
people are
barbaric.
savages.
They
White
had,
people is
because they're in
barbaric.
these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough torrential environments, so they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this
that is the Nordic mountains.
Barbaric mentality.
They have street signs in the Nordic mountains. They have cars and buildings and cars with a nice dashboard in the Nordic mountains. Holy moly guacamole. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. Nick Cannon, I love you, brother, because you created this. Here you go.
All that black hair, all that black eyeliner with pale face. And that's why she's mad.
So let's start with what she just said there, if you didn't hear this. All that black hair, all that black eyeliner, that's why she's trash. Did you hear that? That's why she's trash. All that black hair, all that black eyeliner, that's why she's trash. That is so compassionate. Well, maybe it's like, like how, how we say that's bad. Like, I mean, it's good. And maybe she's speaking slang. Maybe she's calling her trash. Is it white trash? Is it black trash? Is it good trash? Girl, you rock my world.
Is there no rapper? I'm sorry. I'm not doing this. Okay, excuse me. I need to get to my door. Don't push me. You're trying to sit down. You need to go to the bathroom. I need to get to my door. She put her hands on me. Ma'am, I need to get to. She want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
So, trying to get around you, intentionally blocking a flight attendant who is patiently tried to get around you. I guess his flight attendant has the black hair and black eyeliner, who's trash. Patiently waiting, I need to get around you. See, this is what happens when black supremacy, this is what happens when you stop teaching the gospel in the church and you start, because this girl, sister girl, is not only a racist, she's a Christian racist. No. I have to take Christian out because she ain't a Christian as you start listening to what's coming out of her mouth. This girl says you need to know Jesus, but this girl don't know Jesus. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This young lady is lacking a sufficient a relationship and understanding of who Jesus is and how fallen man is and how great God is in his mercy to send Jesus to die on the cross for us. Let's go back to Sister Girl.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening.
I'm not a child. I'm grown. I'm trying to use the bathroom. The lady is coming. I see the bathroom. Now she needs to get to her door. Can I get to my bathroom? What do I gotta listen to?
Nobody's blocking you.
What I gotta listen to? Are you my boss? You are white privilege. You're not my boss. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, thank you. You're not my boss.
So this is what I love this, because white privilege. Yes. Trying to do your job to serve not only you, my queen, but everybody else, the peasants who are on the plane with you. The peasants who are on the plane with you. It's white privilege for your servants to actually do their job so your chariot can take you to your destination. White privilege. See, have whites had an advantage? Have there been a segment of whites who have had an advantage? Yes. But here's my question for you on this. Did God say you deserve that job? Did God say you deserved that acting role? Did God say you deserve to live in that community? Did God say any of that? No, he didn't. Christians, there's no reason for us to utter white privilege, because this is this isn't our permanent home. But we have decided to strip off our robes. Our priestly robes that God has ascribed to us. We have stripped them off to fight for something that's only temporary. We have developed a language where we sit here talking about not having fair advantages, and I'm sitting here saying the Bible does not guarantee us any advantage at all except the advantage of the cross. The advantage of the grace of God, the advantage of the mercy and the love of God, the advantage of the justice of God that meted out what we deserved on the cross 2,000 years ago. That is the only guarantee that we have in life. And if you have a home, if you have a car, if you have a job, if you have a spouse, if you have children, be thankful that God offered you that blessing. But to sit here and want to create legislation and want to create animosity and disasters in this country because you can't have what other people has or have, y'all need to know Jesus, because you ain't reading your Bible the correct way.
And you're not my boss. You're white privilege. Sit down. You don't have privilege over me.
Oh, I don't.
Thank you. You have privilege. No, but all of a sudden you got to go back here. You wait for me to get.
So understand this. You hear that phrase, you don't have privilege over me. So this is the language, right? White privilege, racism, systemic racism, right? Okay, keep listening. Because sometimes when you let a fool speak, the truth evidently comes out.
To my bathroom and have respect for me like you've been having.
Call them now.
Call them.
Do you see that? You need to have respect for me like you've been having. So she said that this woman has actually showed her respect. But many of you are going to basically be like, look, sister girl being assaulted by a white woman on the plane. Look at that racism.
Get to my door. Good. And I need to get to my bathroom. So you rate and respect people. You have white privilege and it's not here. It's over with. It's 2020.
Yes, it is.
Wake up. You got a mask on.
Yes, I do.
So you're under the government too. You're confined. And you don't have white privilege anymore. I'm a queen. California. She was from a black queen.
Okay, well, I need
you don't talk because you so privileged that you got to get to somebody else and tell them you're not listening. I don't have to listen to you.
Then go to the bathroom.
You don't run me. You go to the bathroom. You shut up and stay in your lane. Okay. You have nothing to do with this, little girl. I'm not talking to you. Listen to your mama. She should have told. I know you don't care.
Now get this here and understand this. If you don't believe that they're not going to tell you, because if a white person says all lives matter, they get shot and killed. Happened here in Indianapolis. If a white person says all lives matter, they get shot and killed because they're not staying in their lane. Hey, if Watson says all lives matter, if Watson says what about all black on black crime, Watson's told, and Watson has been told by Christian blacks, stay in my lane. I've been told this year. I'm not friends with these people anymore. People that I used to actually love on, their kids, their black skin, their black children. I loved on them. And because of the fact that I didn't speak the language that they want, I was told to stay in my lane. So those of you, I'm telling you, white America, yes, profile. And be proven wrong. Because right now, you don't have liberty to actually sit there and assume. And if you profile me, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because here's the thing about it. When I tell you to profile, I know who I am. And I know whose I am. And so if you want to call me the N-word, or you want to call me whatever you want to, or you want to basically malign me because of the color of my skin, that's fine. It happens to be from black people. So it really is it's really nothing really disturbing me in any way. But when you get a chance to meet me, when you get a chance to know me individually, you'll know I'm not what other people may say, what other people may lie about me on. Yeah, people have a right to be concerned. People have a right to be nervous, because when you sit here and you watch the violence, because this mentality that you're seeing from whatever her name is, I wanted to give her a crazy black name, but this misguided young lady, this starts in the mind. It ends in the mouth. No, it continues through the mouth, and the heart becomes fists, becomes guns, becomes knives, becomes whatever it means to assume control and power.
So grown.
Ma'am, I need to get to my
Okay,
daughter's
thank you.
garments.
And I need to get to the
There
bathroom.
you go.
Like I said, y'all don't run people. You don't run America, you run yourself. So little mentality that you better than somebody, because you're not. Thank you, That's what I say. See this little shit right here? This whole little mentality. But you need to understand, you don't run America no more.
Everyone seated at this time.
That shit over
Take
with.
your
Call the police. You don't run me. And guess what? When I was 14, they said, "Oh, you people are so the same." I slapped the shit out that white bitch when she told me that all y'all white people are so the same. And that's I got off that bus in Richmond, California. So you can think all you want to. All y'all people is all the same. That's what y'all teach in your house. But black people don't teach that hate in our house. You need to understand that. Yeah, we don't teach hate in our house. Y'all teach hate in your house. Y'all narcissists. But you ain't gonna play that shit with me, yes. Because I'm not a slave. I never came from Africa. I'm an indigenous person to this country. You shut up. Let me tell you instead of what your mama taught you. Let me tell you the truth. I'm the queen in this. Understand me? You came from my color. Black make every color. You understand me? Black make every. Your people are going extinct. And that's why you're mad. You can't procreate. That's what eugenics was about. That's what eugenics, the Darwin theory, because y'all know the truth. I've been waiting to say this. I've been waiting to say this all my life. You're mad because only black people have the genes to procreate. And y'all know the truth. You come from me. A black person can make any color in Africa, white with blue eyes and blonde hair, just like you. Have a twin, one my color and one your color. It's called Esau and Jacob. You be quiet.
See, now she's going into
Yeah, for real. And I got the promise to my people. And you mad. Because the promise is coming. You understand me? You can take me to jail. You're mad. Go ahead. Now let me let my people know the truth on this motherfucker. Esau and Jacob, you mad because the promise is coming to my people, and you think we stole the birthright, but it's, shut up, bitch. It's coming to us. It's coming to us. You understand me? You can't do nothing about it. That's why y'all so mad. But this whole corona shit is all about is that God is coming back for his people. And I don't give a damn. He's real. And when he comes, y'all gotta get this racist out of here. Because if you don't, you can't accept the Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't give give a damn. That's what it's all about. Because he looks like you and he looks like me. That's what he looks like. I'm tired of it. She don't get it. They think I got so much white privilege to tell people what to do, but she need to understand California is a black queen. And that's who I am. I will. I don't have a problem. She laughing, it's funny, but she need to understand and respect the queen when she see one in her face. Bow down, bitch, because your eyes is recessive. I got the dominant G.
See, this is the one that kills me. This is what kills me. Shut up. Biatch. Bow down. Bow down. Right there, I have 30 seconds left before the show's off. Right there is what you need to understand. Privilege, power. Only one person we bow down to, and that's Jesus. But when your ideology tells you you're a king and a queen above other individuals, time to wake up, people. Brad Staggs and Daily Mojo's up next if you're listening in the morning, or Patriotically Correct if you're listening in the afternoon. I'm your host, Watson Prunier. This black queen or king, whatever, I'm out.